Shalom to Yaohushua, Shalom to Yaohushua, my brothers and sisters. Bom dia, buenos dias, Booker too. Good day to everybody. Beloved brothers and sisters, I've always heard and seen in the Facebook, because Facebook is our medium of news today, or being called social media. The Facebook is the medium of telling the truth, and also where the flatteries of Satan you can hear also here. You can see here in the Facebook, because Satan, or the abominable delusion, the idol of abominable delusion, is here also in the Facebook, deceiving million people. But bless those who have the Roka Kokmaul, the Spirit, Holy Spirit of wisdom, that they can perceive in the truth and the lies. And now we must therefore destroy the lies of Satan, which lead many to be thrown in the lake of brimstones of fire. If you cannot remove or destroy the Satan in your heart, in your mind, or your spirit, because the mark of Satan will put in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, because when you believe lies, you are already marked by the beast. Some people are literally defining the mark of the beast like a sign on their mind, or tattoo, or and anything that been marked in their head, they have suspected that it was the mark of the 666 or Hasatan. Hasatan is in a spirit. So when your spirit been marked by the knowledge of Hasatan, his doctrine, the doctrines of Nicolaitans, which already stated in the Karot Galot or Apocalypse, Revelation, that when they wrote the Oholiao, they said, you are holding the doctrines of Nicolaitan. What is the Oholiao? That is the congregation of Molecule Yaohushua, Oholiao, congregation. Don't use the church or ecclesia. Ecclesia is pagans in origin. So when you call ecclesia, you are already marking your heart or your spirit by the mark of the beast. Ecclesia, church, all that is Hellenized, or Greeks titles, Latin titles. Greek is the rap god, Latin is the dead language. So don't be deceived by these people. Many saying that the law is been abolished. Who these people saying that the law has been abolished? It is Christ Satan. Christ Satan, the congregation of Christ Satan, abolished the law. Why? Because what is the use of the law for them? The number one, the greatest of all commandments is the name of our Almighty Creator. This is my name forever. And I don't give the sacredness of my name into other name. That's the word of Yaohushua. I don't give his name to another name. But these people, they cry Satan, No, we cannot understand the name of Hebrew name which given to Yaohushua. We must understand is the Edomites pronunciation, the Roman pronunciation, and Greek pronunciation. The enemy of the truth, the enemy of the children of, or the Yahudim. So, be wise, my dear beloved brother. How could you say that you have followed the Ten Commandments, but you broke or break or violated one? You have not killed, you have not stolen anything, you respect or honor your mother and father, but you change the name of the Almighty Creator. What is the commandment of that? Anyone that call another name shall surely will die, and been visited third to fourth generation. Now, how could you say that the law is already abolished? Because you have abolished it. Our Almighty Creator, Yaohushua, never abolished a law. But a law can be superseded by a greater law. Thou shalt not kill. Yes, that's true. But in the law of war, we are given the right to kill the enemies that will kill the citizen. So being a government, you have the right to protect the lives of the citizen. So that is not a breaking of the law, but it is the superseding the by greater law, by that law, thou shalt not kill. That is a proper understanding, my beloved brother. Because Satan is a great deceiver. When our Mercurius is fasting, Satan said, make that stone as a bread and eat it, so that you will not be hungry. What Mercurius said? Not only bread we should eat, but the word of Yaohushua. So Satan think another argument. He took Messiah or Mercurius in the top of the pinnacle of the tower and said, if you are the Barukayai of the Almighty Creator, the Son of the Almighty, Barukayai. Baruk is also Ilocano, and that is Baruk is anointed. Kaya is life. And you will jump and the Almighty Creator, our Yaohushua, will send his Maulok that will catch you, that your feet will not step on the ground. But Mercurius said, don't tempt your master. So Satan took again Mercurius and took Mercurius to the highest mountain and show the power of this world and riches of this world. And Satan said, just please worship me, and I will give you all this power and riches of the world. But the Mercurius also read a passage. Not only Yaohushua you have to serve and worship. So Satan left our Mercurius. So, my beloved brothers and sisters, Satan is in your life, always demanding your mind of some philosophies. So if you are not guided by the Ruach HaKodesh, Maul, the wisdom, knowledge of truth, you'll be deceived. So, be wise. There's no law that been abolished. Remember that. Only a greater law can supersede a law. In case of law war, you can kill to protect the lives and property of the nation. Because when you don't want to kill your enemies, you will die. And also, your generation will be revolved in this earth. That is the definition of a greater law can supersede a law. That's why the Pharisee, this Roman corroborator, they made a fallacious statement so that they can kill our Messiah, our multiple. But even though our multiple Yaohushua, if he uses Molochim, how many legion of his Molochim, but he said, if I will not die, I cannot redeem these people from the bondage of sin. So, he accepted that as a living sacrifice for our sin. But si Satan used that syllogism. Oh, the blood of the Messiah has already redeemed you. So you can now violate the law. There is no more law against you. Yes, a law is cannot hit or cannot destroy us because we have the law of faith. What is the law of faith? Law of faith is greater than the law of the land. Because the law, when you break the law, you are penalized. What is prescribed by the law as a punishment of that violation. But faith, nothing can hurt you. Why? Because the foundation of it is love. If you have love, you have not committed any wrongdoings to your fellow human being. When you love our Almighty Creator, you must obey all these commandments. Because that is the law of faith, like Abraham became righteous because of fearing and loving, following the ordinance, statute, and commandment of faith, and be considered as righteous. Faith is love. Now, how could you say that you can violate any laws when you have a love? Because when you love your mother and father, you have to respect and honor them. And you love your neighbor. You don't rob or take his wife or his husband as yours. Because you love them. You cannot commit murder because you love. You have to 70 times to forgive your enemies or those who trespass against you. before the sundown. You have already forgiven them. Now, how could you commit any violation to your fellow human being? Because Hasatan is another definition. That's why many organization, religion are violating the law because they don't know the real definition of what is faith. Faith is greater than the law. Why? A faith, when you commit adultery, when you commit concubinage, you have already violated the law. In faith, just looking the beautiful lady, sexually motivated, you already committed concubinage or adultery. When you don't, or just say raka or bad to your fellow, you're already in danger in Gehenna. Just say raka or police, poor, in Ilocano, ng Tagalog, baliw, you have already committed sin. So, faith is greater than law. So, if we are under faith, following the ordinance, statute, and commandment of faith, through our molecule Yaohushua, no one can hurt you anymore. Even the greatest law of the land cannot hurt you because faith is greater than the law. But Satan flatteries said, oh, no more law. No more law. No, even Molecule also said, my name Yahu. Verse 5, chapter 5, verse 17 to 19, I came not to destroy the law, but come to fulfill and establish it. Nothing been destroyed or abolished, but fulfilled him. Now, the law, if you said that you are in faith, but you've been hardened by the law, therefore you are lying. So, how could you say that you are in faith when the law can hurt you? Faith is greater than the law. That is the real definition. So, you have not violated any law because of love, fearing Yahushua kabuha. But you have forgotten the name of Yahushua and his son Molecule Yahushua. You are not under faith, but you are under Satan, under the Nephilims, always hyper. You are under Christ Satan. So Shalem to Yahud, remember, there's no law being changed, but superseded by greater law. Like the animal sacrifice, it was used in the time of Yaohushua and to the Levites, but superseded by the blood of our Molecule Yaohushua. He is the living sacrifice. Thus, anyone who believes in his blood, that redeem him in the bondage of sin and following the statute, ordinance, and commandment of faith through our mortal Yaohushua, been saved, and you are called Roka or Yahudi. Roka or Yahudi, which means the spiritual Yahudim. Yahudim or Yahudi in singular. That is the proper term using, not Jewish, because Jewish nothing, that is only a paganized name, Jewish, which the root word is Jew, Jewish, which is a rough word. Dios is the Spanish term of Zeus, the king of Grecia, the rough word. Because when the Yahudim returned, the remnant of Holocaust returned to Jerusalem, they were paganized, their tongue been paganized by the nation where they have been for 1,000 years. Because when all the Yahudim been expelled, exiled from Yahuda or Yahudia, where they call it pagans Judea, they rename it to Israel, but it should be Yahushua, because Israel is a pagans, Isis, Rael, the idol of Egypt. So, my beloved brother, you must be wise that the wisdom of Yahuwah will be with us. Ask in the name or the suam of Mortal Yaohushua, and our Almighty Creator Yahuwah Him Gawa will be given to you. But how could be given to you when you are calling Jesus, the horse or the pig, the beast, 666? I'm very sorry about you. That's why I'm using a block. What is block means? A sadness when someone of your friends, family is dying or died already. Which means our tradition that when you are using black, it is a lamentation. I lament to those been deceived by Hasatan, Christ Satan, because they worship Hasatan, the name that created by Constantine, the disciple of Hasatan. Tan is dragon or is serpent. So, Hasatan means the dragon, the serpent. Satan, Constantine, it is a double serpent name. Tan is the masculine, Tin is feminine. Tantin is a two-headed serpent, a woman in masculine. So if you don't have the Roka Yaohushua, Kukmaul, you cannot say the mascara or the veil of Hasatan, which is pretending to be the Prince of Light. But inside him, it is the way of the lake of brimstone and fire in hell. So, my beloved brother, life is too short. Now, before he is still alive, you have to collect the wealth and soul maya or in heaven, because that been not stolen or never rust or been rotten. So Shalem to Yahud. Remember, there's no law being abolished. But remember, a law can be superseded by a greater law, and that is the law of faith, the faith of Yaohushua. So you must analyze that. The analysis of Satan not used to you. There was no more law. So you can do everything you want. That is Satan. What he done to Adam and Caviao. They ate the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge and good and evil. That's why man has to die. But we'll call Yaohushua. If you know and believe on Morkel Yaohushua and follow the ordinance statute of commandment of faith, can have a resurrection or regain the eternal life in Shaul Maya with our Yahweh Him Gabua, and it was written in our forehead the name of our Almighty Creator. Shalem to Yahweh. Im kanam biyaw sky, ruka Yaohushua. Also ang gold morre pul mosya. Yaohushua sky. Amnam.